Hey everybody, it's Eric here at Peachtree Classic Cars, and I've got a really beautiful big back window 57 Chevy truck. Nice straight body lines on this beauty. Open happiness with this gal. Cool Coca-Cola themed truck. You know, somebody should take this one home today. Okay. Nice straight body lines. To me, this is like what I call like a nice looking farm truck, or, you know, like a shop truck even. And I say that just because, you know, it's not perfect, but man, even from 15 feet away, you go, wow, this thing looks great. And then of course you get up on it, it's got a satin paint job. Everything's been done in satin. All the bumper and the trim have been done in the gray, red matte paint. You know, and if you get right up on it, I mean, even see a little bit of wax stuck in the paint a little bit here and there. But overall, this is what I love. The body is super straight on this thing. Super minimal rust. Hood looks good. Grill looks good. By the way, lights work. I just checked. Turn signals work. New electric wipers. They work, which is awesome. Tires have like new tread. The date code on them is older, but they are in great shape. All 4 tires were put on at the same time, and you can see they just haven't even been driven. They still got the little original. They were installed and barely driven. Beauty rings. Walking around the body, I mean, you can see a little bit of body work here. There's a crack here. Little spot on the rocker down there. This door has been a little, there we go, opening and closing it has been a little bit back and forth. Sometimes it gets hung up, and man, I've had over 100 of these trucks in the past 15 years. Many of them do that, so I would say kind of in a normal way it's doing that. Plus it's also got newer weather stripping on it, and it takes time, and it needs to be driven and sat in the sun to get hot, to get that weather stripping to mold down in. So when you close the door, it looks like it just sticks out of here. Bottom of the door looks good. Rockers look good here. Step sides, cab corner, and we'll go underneath here in just a second and I'll show you. Hinge pockets are rust free. Little spot of where the paint is, you know, chipping off there, but this is all nice and solid. The body lines on the rear fender are in great shape. Tailgate looks awesome. May have been replaced. I think the original tailgate would have said Chevrolet on it. So I'm assuming that this is a replacement tailgate from some years back. Same thing here. There's a little body piece of crack right there in the body, or the paint. But overall, this is super straight. By the way, we double checked. These logos were all put on by vinyl, so they're removed very easily. See a little paint popping there. The black primer underneath it, but the sides of the bed look great. Inside the bed, got new wood, pressure treated, I believe pine, so it'll never rot. And man, it looks awesome with the wood burning. Took the time. This is the nice thing about having all the artists in my house. Actually, every single person in my house is an artist, or a baker, or a musician. But anyways, it took the time to actually hand burn each piece of these pieces of these wood. And man, it looks awesome. Big back window. No, it looks to be original glass. I'm assuming they probably would have put new weather stripping, and it looks newer when they painted the vehicle. But it looks like the glass is original. I don't see any chips on it anywhere. Driver's side, passenger side glass looks good, as well as the vent window. Weather stripping is new here as well. Also, the window felts appear to be new. So after they painted it, they put new weather stripping back in. Maybe put a new windshield in. It looks like brand new. Weather stripping looks great here. Let's not forget to finish this. Door panel looks great. Whew, it's hot. Hinge pockets, rust free. Step up. And like I said, we'll go underneath it here in a minute to check the undercarriage bottom. So the doors look great. New carpet. We put this carpet kit in. That was about the only thing we did besides the bed. Wood. It's got an Impala steering wheel, which is really cool. Original gauge cluster. We'll check that here in just a second. This is the original seat, believe it or not. Or if it was a If it was a redone seat, then it was redone a very, very, very long time ago. It looks so much like original, we wanted to leave it. So it's still got a few little cracks in it and stuff, but it doesn't have any tears or rips, at least not on this side. Finishing up our body inspection. This fender looks great. Pop the hood. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. No. Sometimes you gotta use two. So the lip of under the hood looks good. You know, you tell that there looks like there could be a little bit of body filler in there, but the rest of the hood looks amazing. You can look at it from inside the back too. Yeah, you can tell. Okay, they put some fiberglass up in there. See if you can see and that's not uncommon. I mean, these, you know, the front of these hoods often rust out. Inner fender wells are rust free. Firewall, solid. Newer wiring. Crate 350 engine with an automatic 350 turbo transmission. And we've had this truck around the shop for a few months, and I'm telling you, every time we go to drive it, every time we go to move it or repark it, you just barely touch the key and she fires right up. It does have power assisted brakes in the front. They are drum still, but they added a power booster to the original setup. So I do want to do an undercarriage inspection, but I don't want to lay down in the gravel. So I'm not even going to touch the gas. Let's see. It's been one of the most reliable crank it up and go trucks. Aftermarket gauges. I believe the oil pressure is hooked up, and I believe the water temp is also hooked up. Wipers. Oops, please don't stop on me. There we go. I was worried I'd hit the button on my camera and stop the video. So got a little bit of play in the steering wheel. I would say typical for the vintage of this truck. Pretty consistent. There's almost always some play in these steering boxes. So it runs really smooth down the road. And actually, once you're cruising, quite frankly, actually there's virtually not very much play. I won't say no play, but just a little bit, but it feels really tight. Speedometer and original gauges don't appear to be hooked up. Yeah, and actually I back up here so you can see me driving straight down the road. I'm not steering left, right. You know, in some of the other videos you'll watch me, you know, steering like this to stay straight. I mean, this truck drives nice and straight. Like I said, it's got a power assisted booster on the original brakes, and they work great. You don't have to stand on them. Here I am driving around the cul-de-sac without power steering, so it takes a little bit of muscle, but I actually really like the Impala steering wheel. I think it looks great. Real quick, if I think I can, oh yeah, so it's got sound deadener under here, so you're not gonna see the floor pans from inside. Let's just listen to that exhaust. Wonderful sounding exhaust. Somebody put some long chrome tips underneath there. Pop the hood again so you can hear it. And actually, I mean, you could tell when I was driving down here, she's still warming up because it just kicked down another level. So she's still cold, which I love. I've never seen this one overheat either. Interior door panels. I'm gonna make sure I finish off this rest of this video. So the headliner's missing. That's the piece that goes up in there. It looks fine. And actually, look, let's see. Did they? No. I'm trying to turn on the inner dome light there because I see that it looks like there's new wires. Somebody did put a new wiring harness in, which is awesome. So it's got new wiring harness. Like I said, lights work, brake lights work, turn signals work. I'm not sure what that is. There's a switch down here. We don't always know what they're for. Automatic transmission shifts smooth through the gears. Like I said, here's the driver's side of the seat. Original fuel tank still in the back. Sending unit is hooked up, but I don't know that the fuel gauge is working or not. Let's take a quick look up underneath it so we don't forget. Really clean, solid truck. New brake lines. It's nice to see that fresh brass on there instead of something rusty. So that means somebody... It's also got a new aluminum radiator, which is nice. New brake lines, like I said, on both sides. Really clean underneath. New exhaust all the way from the headers back, or exhaust manifold. This is original exhaust manifold. I don't see any rust under here. This was one of the reasons why I was so impressed when we saw this truck the first time. It is really solid. Driver's side inner fender well with no imperfections. Driver's side rear inner fender well, same thing. No imperfections or rust. Underneath the driver's side, step ups look great. A little bit of rust right here. We can see that. There we go. Get the camera. A couple of little spots there. Those are pretty typical. Original floor pans. They have not been replaced and they are in great shape. But looks like there was a patch done here. If you look closely, you can see that it got cut there and the patch was put in. It also looks like the cab corners were replaced at some point. Looks like they did a good job. These look like Flowmaster exhausts. They may or may not be brand name, Flowmaster brand name, but that's what they look like, the 2-chamber. Power brake booster. The linkage to the transmission looks newer. If you can see under here, your cross members, the one little spot of rust there, and not uncommon. The rest of it looks great. Really, really solid under here. Underneath the bed. Step up looks good. No rust that I see on the frame. Same in the back. Just really, really clean. It's a very solid, very, very minimal rust. I mean, this has been well taken care of. It's so clean underneath. Look at this. I mean, wow. Guys, 1957. This is blowing my mind. You know, for being a virtually unrestored truck. I mean, yes, it's had some restoration work, but it's not World of Wheel style. You see the new copper brake line there as well on the back. Passenger side inner fender well. Nice and solid. Going to the back as well. Don't want to forget that. Passenger side front fender well. Those aren't my favorite. I see somebody did some home style wire nuts on that. It's not uncommon to see it happen, but the right way to do it is using automotive connections. Even still, those are good solid connections. Passenger side underneath. Step sides, step ups look great. There's no rust on this step up. You can see that the cab corner was replaced there. And then your frame rails are in great shape. Then they left the old metal there too, which is not uncommon. Frame rails look great from this side. Floor pans. Getting up underneath there, really want to check for you guys. Gosh, these floor plans look awesome. So I'm impressed with how solid this truck is. Well, there you have it. I don't want to run too long. Shoot, we're at 15 minutes, but did an excellent inspection on this L57 Chevy, big back window truck. And man, this is going to make somebody a really fun driver. Touch the key, fires right up. This one's really ready to drive around and enjoy. Lights, front and rear lights, turn signals work, the wipers work. And I mean, this one's ready to drive and enjoy and continue to custom like you want it. PeachtreeClassicCars.com. Our phone number's on our website. We look forward to hearing from you.